Hey guys, Scott here, and today I want to talk to you about a challenge that I recently finished after a week and a half of trying. It was by far the hardest thing I've ever done in this game. In fact, it was so difficult that you physically can't do it. You can't replicate it. It's impossible. So I want to go over exactly why that's the case. So I decided to get all of the Killer Adept achievements. The Killer Adept achievements are basically when you use the killer's 3 perks and only their 3 perks, and you get Merciless Killer in the end game screen. Merciless Killer is determined by the emblem system, the very enigmatic emblem system that's hard to understand. So that's how you do it. Now, normally it doesn't seem too bad. What most people do when they try to get this achievement or try to get the achievement for all their killers is wait until grade reset at the 13th of every month. And the reason they do that is because the Adept achievement is tied to getting Merciless Killer, and Merciless Killer is tied to the emblem system, which is tied to your grade. So the lower your grade, the easier it is to get Merciless Killer. For example, after rank reset, you can get like a silver, a gold, and then 2 iridescents at the end and still get Merciless Killer. However, if you are at iridescent grade, you have to get 4 iridescent emblems, which means you need to play perfectly in order for it to give you that reward. And that makes it a lot more complicated because the emblem system is barely functional at best, and certain killers are heavily punished. For example, any killer that has a one-shot, if you're playing Billy or Ghostface or Leatherface or effectively Plague or Oni, any killer with a one-shot, Myers, they pretty much can't use their power the entire match. And the reason is you need to get an iridescent chaser emblem. To do that, you need to get a sufficient amount of successful chases. And for that, you can't one-shot people because one-shots count as basically half a chase. So at the end of the match, if, say, I've been playing Oni, I'd have been slamming people with my power, it counts those as basically half the chases that a Wraith would get because a Wraith has to hit people twice before they actually get downed. But if you're just hitting people from full to dead, the game doesn't count that as 2 chases, so you're actually heavily penalized for using your power. So all those killers that have one-shots, you just can't use your power the entire match. And if they don't have good game delay perks, you essentially have to get 12 hooks with no game delay and no power. And that can be extremely difficult depending on the map that you get. So that was difficult enough. But that's not putting it at the level of something so hard to do you can't replicate it. So I wanted to push it a bit further. Doing it at iridescent grade made it hard, and it rigged matches in a certain way to where I had to like intentionally draw out certain matches but still win without any slowdowns or power, which was a nightmare in and of itself. But I also decided to not use any map offerings during this whole time as well, because I felt that can make it significantly easier. For example, if I'm playing Myers and I can't use my one-shot, what I'm going to do is, use a Vanity Mirror and go to Larry's. And that's way easier because I can still win without using tier 3 there. And Vanity Mirror will make that a lot easier on a map like Larry's. So I decided to not use map offerings at all, even though it would make it significantly easier. And that in fact did make it way harder because there were a lot of times where certain maps would be incredibly beneficial to the killer that I'm playing. Midwich with Nurse, for example, like things like that. But I decided to not do that. Additionally, I decided to not change the way that I play. So I didn't like camp or tunnel. I didn't even slug for the 4K when normally I would have the ability to get Merciless Killer because of that. I wanted to play as I normally do and not like rig anything. Except for the very, very last match because I was so goddamn sick of playing the twins that I decided to tunnel a Leon. But we'll go into that at the end of this video. So I also decided to not change how I played. So we have getting all the Adept achievements at iridescent grade while not camping or tunneling or slugging or anything like that without map offerings. That is starting to get pretty difficult, but I decided to have it a step further. This part wasn't even intentional. I did this whole challenge while there were no DC penalties, and that is by far the hardest part about this whole thing. It's why you can't replicate it anymore, because there will never be a time where we have this current system with no DC penalties. So this is actually impossible for you to do now. So there were no DC penalties for pretty much the entire time I was doing this, which means it's basically as soon as you pick the Nurse, as soon as you pick the twins or like the Hag or the Knight or something, you just lose by default. Because someone's going to give up on hook, someone's going to DC, and at any point, if someone kills themselves on hook or DCs, you basically just lose. Because that means you're not going to be able to get enough Devout Emblem, or you're not going to get enough Chaser because they're gone early, and the match is going to end before you can do that. So that made it nearly impossible to do some of these. So here's what I had to do. I had to win in such a way that I got basically 10, 11, or 12 hooks while also not using slowdowns, while also being at high MMR, because before this I pretty much never lose, while being at iridescent grade, while rigging it in a certain way so people wouldn't disconnect. So I had to get like max hooks without people DCing, without using my power, without slowdowns, and still winning the match. And holy shit, that was really hard. Because a lot of the time, it felt like it wasn't even up to me. I would be doing great, like this Sadako match, for example. And then someone would DC, and just fuck you, I just lose now. And there's just nothing I could do about it. I would say 80% of the time, the results of this were just completely out of my control. I had no impact on whether or not someone would DC. Even if I played super nice, didn't tunnel, slug, camp, use slowdowns, or anything, people would still DC because there was no DC penalty, and I had no control over this. That made this nearly impossible, and it's why it took me a week and a half to do rather than like 2 days. So that was an absolute slog, but I eventually did it. I saved twins for last because, God, I hate the twins. And we finally got it on a match of RPD. And I will happily admit, I tunneled the shit out of a Leon because I was so sick of it. I was streaming for like 5 hours. I hadn't eaten food yet that day. I was so cranky. I just wanted to be done with it. So I just said, fuck it, and just tunneled the Leon. And then I finally got it. So the rest of this video will be that twins match where I finally finished the challenge. And yeah, that was it. That was the hardest thing I've ever done in this game. It was so difficult that you physically can't replicate it anymore. Therefore, I am the Supreme God Gamer. Oh, that sucked. I've been doing Survivor at depths now, and it's been like a vacation in the Bahamas. So, all right, that's it. Enjoy the video. Bye. Taste the hatch offering? Yeah, how does... I know. That's... What does that have to do with Lori? We knew where the hatch was going to spawn. That wasn't the issue. It's alright, Azrak. I admitted I was wrong. Kind of glorping yourself there, bud. We have 2 Leons. That's good. They spawned here because a crow just moved. RPD and twins? I don't know how twins is on this map. Probably okay. I think I might just finish that Jumbo right before I can physically get there. Some cat is throwing out. How was this gen also done? What? Doesn't make any sense. Are there 4 survivors? How's that possible? There were 3 here, and then Claudette did one faster than all 3 of them combined? What the fuck? That makes no sense. Maybe she spawned at it? Eh, maybe. But then they have that gen also done. How have they... I interrupted all 3 of them. How do they have 3 gens done right now? What the fuck? Feels like BMPs? Yeah, I'm not really sure how they're doing that. No, she got a med kit. It can't be her. Prove thyself? But they did 3 separate gens. That would make sense if they did 1 gen really fast. They did 3 other gens. We'll see what the build is. If I down you, then it doesn't matter. I gotta get kicked. The gatekeeper? Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. That guy got picked up in literally 5 seconds. I guess he had We're Gonna Live Forever or something. And now he's fully healed. What? What the fuck? That guy went from down to like, what the fuck? How did he heal him that fast with one person? What the fuck? Like, I understand getting him off the ground slugged. Yeah, that makes sense. But then getting him to full, like, 2 seconds later? How is that even possible? Can a max medkit do it that fast? We'll see what their builds are. Maybe possible. That'd have to be like a juiced up purple botany medkit. Something crazy. Fine, it doesn't work with medkits. Oh, yeah, it does. Glad I went right. You're healing so much. Okay, that gem was fine. That one made sense. God, everything takes so long with twins if you're not just like slugging everybody. Drop down the hole. Okay, there's blood outside that. Oh, I think Liam went in that locker. Did they have a circle of healing? God, they're healed again. I just hit him. What the fuck builds do they have? Holy shit. Gotta be a heal build? Yeah. They have like insane healing builds. Which kind of completely destroys the twins, unfortunately. Probably good medkits. Yeah, they must have like botany with purple medkits and just some crazy shit. With both the last? Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Insane hoarder value. Wait, can I? I can't go through myself, can I? It's fine. Does it count as camping if Victor is here? How does that work? I am genuinely surprised I missed. Huh. You don't know, so you're gonna say yes, all right? Really? Fuck.
someone right here. I thought you'd jump over pallets with the skill area. I guess not. Oh, locker. Rip my chase. It's so funny when it happens. Not for me trying to get adept, it isn't. Aw. No, it isn't. I feel really sick. I haven't eaten all day. I just want to be fucking done with this. Other side of the wall, I just heard it. Go get my food? I have to just make dinner. I don't have any time to... I have to I have to cook beef and stuff. It's gonna take me 20 minutes. I don't have time. Surprised no one's DC'd in these matches. I am also surprised. I have a Ritz cracker. I've earned it. Thanks, bud. Easy clap. Don't forget to look at their perks. Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna bother. That guy gets it. Who the fuck were you? Sweet. Tunnel the absolute shit out of this Leon. To be fair, he just didn't run, so. It's a little on him. Nah. What locker was that? What locker was that? Ugh. That's gonna suck for my chaser emblem. It was that one. That chaser, yeah. Both Leon's found in lockers. You can always count on Leon to be absolutely terrible at Dead by Daylight. God damn it. I literally have to slug you for the 4K. In fact, I'm just going to ignore you. Where's Claudette? There's that little slimy little shit. A little rat hiding behind the wall. Yeah, they're both there. Sweet. And then we got coup value. Brittany and Gale, thank you for the 91 months. Appreciate
Jones.
that. Thank you so much. That's an insanely long time. Leon single-handedly won me the game. Yep. Could this be it? I don't know. Did we have enough chases this game? I feel like we didn't have enough chases. And before that, Leon single-handedly loses me the Champion Emblem. Oh, for being in the locker.
Water.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the lockers might have fucked me. We'll see. Chase receiver last time? Yeah, but I got 2 locker grabs. Those don't count as chases for some stupid reason. Oh. Wait, no, we didn't get it! Oh, thank God. It delayed it so long. The achievement didn't show up for such a long time. It didn't show up for such a long time. Like, that pop-up wasn't there. Oh, God.